stage. Success is measured by performance under pressure. Failure cannot be feared. It must be chased to the absolute brink.
Ready, guys? Have to work for this one for sure. We've never been afraid of a little bit of work.
One thing we're going to worry about today is the water temperature. But the other thing, right here in the combustion chamber, we have to have fuel mixture absolutely perfect because we need to make a lot of horsepower, but we need to get fuel mileage. But like Rusty says, right here in this area, that's where the engine guys are really concerned. The valve train components, the valve springs themselves, they're going to sit there. That's like Rusty said, about 9,500 RPMs. And once they sit there, they're sitting there creating harmonics, disruption to the valve spring. That's the reason they're worried about breaking the valve springs here in California.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, trouble for Biffle. The 16. And we have our first caution of the day. And could we have our first engine issue of the day?
Wow.
All right, so now if you are Matt Kenseth and Carl Edwards, what are you thinking? Kyle Busch is going for the lead early. Oh, and problems for the 99, the second round Fenway car. Carl Edwards coming to a stop in turn 4. He won't even make it to pit in, and the caution is out.
For us. We're stopped.
As they were coming to the restart, Carl Edwards said the car has fuel pressure, just not running well. It's sputtering. They were talking about possibly a vapor lockage. You look at Jack Roush there and Bob Osborne. They told Carl, switch to the backup ignition. Maybe that will fix it. He switched it. The car shut off, and there he sits with the caution again. So trouble for another chaser here, Carl Edwards.
There's the 99 of Carl Edwards back out on track, and Doc, he's running 35th right now.
Marty, what happened to Carl could be a lesson in troubleshooting 101 for a car that will not run. Now, hang with me here. Here's what happened. When the car shut off, they said it's probably electrical or fuel. They got to the garage area. They checked the electrical and said that we have coil, we have ignition, we have spark. What's got to be the fuel pump, right? Well, they changed the fuel pump. Nothing happened. They changed the fuel cable. Nothing happened. They go back to the front of the car and change the distributor. It fires up, and he pulls back out. Here's the bad news, though. He's 15 laps down in 35th position.
Trouble. Kyle Busch. We have a caution on the track, the 7th.
Another engine.
And it is a
Motor gearbox. Motor. I knew it was coming. 5 laps ago, something happened in the intake. I knew it was coming. There you have it.
That's
well,
a heartbreaker.
If anybody wasn't sure that the championship was over, it's certainly over now.
When the drivers go through the gears, occasionally what happens, they tag the valve right here. What happens, you got less than 100 thousandths right here between that piston and that valve. And what it does, it goes down and actually tags it. Like he said, he felt something going wrong. And if that valve was bent, the engine probably wasn't performing. And when it come back up to set down on that seat, when it doesn't set down 360 degrees all the way around, it hits at an angle, pops head off that valve, and that's the end of that engine.
Let's reset it for you. It'll be Menard and Smith up front, Bowyer and Stewart, then Martin and Johnson, Hamlin and Kane 7th and 8th, Harvick and Kenseth round out your top 10 with Kurt Busch all the way back up to 11th. It's been a long day, but he's knocking on the door for the top 10. Green flag's out. Here we go. 13 laps remaining. Tony Stewart giving Paul Menard a nudge.
Well, I tell you what, Tony Stewart and Jimmie Johnson were in the right lane with the way Menard got gone there. But here comes Regan Smith back to the inside. Tony to the high side.
We're going to do 3 wide again. How many times have we said that today? Look at Jimmy split the middle, trying to get around. And he almost gets turned.
That was close right there.
Casey Kane on the right side dives down low. He's going to pick off a couple of spots. Bowyer being one of them. And also the 48. And look at further back. Here we go. Mark Martin in the middle with Kenseth right behind him. Denny Hamlin's right along in that group as well.
See some smoke coming out of one of those.
Somebody's got a rub.
Looks like it might be Kenseth.
So Kenseth is falling back. One of the guys we thought would have a chance to win for the 4th time here.
Quite a bit, guys. That might be engine. It might be. It looks like it's coming out of the pipes on the right side. Yep, I believe it is.
Kenseth is going in the wrong direction. The smoke continues to pour. Let's get an update from Vince Welch.
Yeah, the spotter came on and told Matt, I think it's just tire rub, and Matt said, no, I think the motor's letting go as he continues to back up.
Dale Jr. has gotten around him. Elliott Sadler going underneath. Now Kenseth giving it a fighting chance. He's going to try back on the high side. Sam Hornish coming around. Hornish having a good day. 19th. How about the battle for second on the left side? Jimmie Johnson, Casey Kane. Johnson has second spot. Tony Stewart, Johnson, Kane, Bowyer, Harvick. That's your top 5.
Yeah, Johnson might have got by him with just enough time to get to Tony Stewart now.
Can he do it? Make it 4 straight. His 6th overall win here at Auto Club Speedway. David Reagan right in front of the 2. And there's Jeff Gordon. He has fought his way back. Restarted in 25th position. He's now up to 15th.
I thought maybe Gordon would have been one of those cars to maybe try 2 tires to get some of that.
Oh, look out.
Trouble here.
First big crash of the day. David Reagan and Kurt Busch, and another chase driver in trouble. It will be Stewart, Johnson, Kane, Bowyer, Mark Martin. That's your top 5. Then Harvick, Hamlin, Newman, Smith, and David Rudiman rounding out the top 10. Stewart has taken the high side. Lights are out on the pace car. When we come by, 2 laps remaining. 4 miles. Everybody on their feet. Listen to the crowd as they applaud these drivers. What a show they put on today.
Green, 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 green.
David Reagan's been released from the care center, and we are back to green flag racing. And look at Kenseth smoking in the back. Bowyer, a little nudge to Stewart. Got him a good push. He's got the lead coming out of turn number 2. And again, we're 5 wide coming out of 2. Can this survive?
So far they have. I don't know how.
Man, I'm telling you.
That's Regan Smith. Remember, Regan's only taken that 2 tires 2 cautions ago, and he's getting swallowed up.
Gordon's got those 2 tires there, trying to go through the middle and gain some spots.
There's Jeff. He's around Regan. Logano coming up behind as well.
There's your white flag.
White flag is out. Tony Stewart looking to pick up another win and make a statement that he's going to be a contender. And Clint Bowyer underneath the 48. Coming out of turn number 2. Can Bowyer clear him? Boyer's got second. Now Jimmie goes to the high side. Bowyer comes down, opens the door. Johnson's got to run.
Jimmie's going to have the momentum right here.
Coming out of turn number 4. For the first time in his career, Tony Stewart is going to win here at Auto Club Speedway. The battle's going to be for second. Stewart takes the checker flag. Who gets second?
Finally.
Woo! Bowyer, Johnson, Kane, Newman. Mark Martin comes home in 6th.
Awesome team effort.
Denny Hamlin's 8th. Jeff Gordon all the way to 9th with that 2-tire change. That keeps him in the hunt.
It certainly does. Behind Kane and Newman, it's Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin 8th, Jeff Gordon 9th, David Rudiman rounding out your top 10. Down towards victory. He may go down for another pass in front of the crowd. Look at this. Uh-oh. Listen to the crowd.
You think winning ever gets old?
No.